Perfection often leads to procrastination. When you get so caught up in making things perfect, then oftentimes you end up not doing anything. Life isn't perfect. Things just don't go the way you want them to go. And that's why you can't get so caught up in perfection. You can't nitpick so much. Don't get me wrong, there are some instances where you do need to spend your time and you need to work on certain things and you need to perfect things and get them perfect in certain scenarios. But if you're an independent artist and you're trying to build a brand that no one knows about, I don't think you have the luxury for perfection.
Shit, we only got 2 weeks to do this whole album. Complete it. Mix it down and everything. We don't have time or the luxury to spend all of this time doing one song. We don't have it. We gotta somehow find a way that we could double up on it. Cause I did my whole album. I know it ain't all of that, but I did my whole album like 3 songs a day. Cause I was just laying it, rocking it, to getting off. You can mix it later and have niggas that love being in the studio all night, just adding a drum beat at a time and shit. You can do that after the rappers leave and shit. There's niggas that love being in the studio that just love listening for the right kick. But for while we in here and you got like 8 rappers here and everybody drinking and smoking and shit, man, get that beat popping, throw them niggas on the track. You catch everybody freestyling, throw them niggas on the track. Boom, that's the name of the song is whatever this nigga said his last word was. We do it, put it down. Then after we finish, we walk out, everybody be here and listen to it. Be like, this the hook, we go in there and lay the hook. If we don't like that hook.
I don't think you have the luxury to worry about perfection. I think the main thing that you need to be doing is putting content out, is putting productions out, putting music out, putting videos out, putting promotional material out. Putting something, you just need to be putting stuff out when people don't know about your brand. Typically, when I speak, I'm talking about an independent artist who's trying to build their brand from scratch. I'm not so much talking about established artists. Established artists, they have more time, more luxury, or maybe they don't. But if you're a little established, you may have some money. So you may have the luxury to spend a little bit more time on perfection and spend a little bit more money on perfection. But if you're independent, you just don't have the luxury. Now, I'm working with some different artists right now, and I can't stress how important it is to be constantly putting out content. If you're not putting out content, you become irrelevant. And I'm talking about on the internet. Now, there's still ways to get your stuff popping on the streets on a grassroots level. But I mean, we're in the internet age. Like, you shouldn't have to work as hard as a musician had to work 30 years ago, or 40, 50, whatever, 20 years ago, 10 years ago. You shouldn't have to work as hard because there's new technology that can help you multiply the speed it would take and efficiency to do things. Like the computers, just things can get done a lot faster as far as marketing now. There's still money on the streets. I spoke about that in the video before the last one, where there's still money in physical sales and there's still money in marketing, grassroots marketing, selling CDs and physicals on the streets. But I'm talking about generally the real topic that I'm talking about right now is productions, procrastinating on productions, coming up with excuses for not doing instead of producing. I hear all type of excuses like, oh, we don't got a studio to go to, or my computer not fast enough. Well, I mean, if your computer's not fast enough, then I mean you can't do shit. But I don't have the right software, or I need an engineer. We need an engineer, or oh, this needs to be mixed properly. This doesn't sound right. Oh, what type of camera do you have? We don't have a camera. I want my shit shot on this, or I want my shit shot on the 4K, and oh, we need to wait to get the cameraman. Oh, I got an editor, and all of that shit is just procrastination. It just sounds like procrastination bullshit to me. And it's like, if you want to get your brand out there, nobody knows about you, you don't got no followers, you need to be putting shit out every day. Who cares about the quality? If you look at and you study some of these YouTubers who have millions and millions of followers, their videos are just them sitting in front of the camera talking. You know, what you have to realize is people, you're trying to get people to like you. You're not trying to get people to like your camera or oh oh damn, his camera is great. You know, like people don't care about that. They're gonna subscribe to you and follow you because they like you. They like your personality. They may like your music. Even though your music may not be perfect, they may just like you. They may like where you're going with it. Don't underestimate fans, and people can see, people are visionaries also. They can see, oh yeah, this guy may be dope in 2 years if he just does this and that. So I mean, just don't feel like, I don't know, just don't, people get it, people get it. You know, just create art. It's not about who has the most expensive camera. It's not about who has the best video. It's about who's the most creative. And art should never be limited by money. You should never say, "Oh, I can't make my video, I can't do my music because I don't have this and I need to spend money, or I need to go to a studio to get that sound, or I need to get the red camera for $15,000 a day, or I don't know. I can't remember what it was that I priced the red camera. They want crazy money to rent a red camera every day or for the week. 20,000 for the week, 30,000. Like for what? You got an iPhone 7 in your pocket that shoots in 4K. You know, you got even under 4K. Shit is shooting. You got an iPhone that shoots in HD. It's like, come on. What is your excuse? Why are you not putting out your product? Or you just not confident? Is that the question? Because everything other than just doing it and putting it out, it sounds like procrastination. The last my camera, I used to have a 7D. I was shooting on that for years. Like all of my videos you see, I was shooting on a 7D. And my 7D got stolen out the trunk of my car. And I didn't buy another when I didn't buy another camera when I filed the insurance claim because I had this iPhone 7, and I just felt like if I couldn't make shit happen with this iPhone 7, it got a camera, it's HD. If I can't make nothing happen with this, I'm just not creative. Because back in the day when I was 14, 15, I didn't have this type of technology. I didn't have no camera like this. I had a still camera that just took photos. And we were still making movies with that. We didn't care. We didn't have video. We still found a way to make it happen. And that's what creativity is all about. It's not about being limited by your equipment. It's about the art. Who can make the art? Who can make the most with the least amount? That's what a real artist is. You know, and that's why these motherfuckers be getting watered down once they get that money, once they get on and they get famous and they get money and they become millionaires, because now you got all this money, you got all these people around you who are thinking, oh, I got money, you know, I got all these tricks, but that's not the art. The art is that grassroots, that painting, that raw shit. You know what I'm saying? The last 3 videos I shot, iPhone 7. I try not to overthink it, overdo it, because that's when I don't do nothing. When I think about, oh, what I don't have, that's when I don't do shit. That's when I don't do shit. When I just, I need it. Man, I went to the studio the other day. My homie got a studio, and he's an engineer. He's dope. Producer, he's dope. Like, he been doing this shit since I was fucking 12, trying to rap at his studio. I was used to be 12. He had a studio up the street when we used to live on the same street. And I went to his studio the other day, gave him some money to record me because I figured he's a better engineer than me. So let me go to his studio and let me get some of my recordings done because, you know, he can make my shit sound better. So I paid him a little bit of money. I didn't pay him a lot because, you know, I figured he was my friend, but I shouldn't have thought that because, you know, people out here got to get their money. So I paid him some money. He gave me a couple hours. Make a long story short, when I heard the recordings that he did, it didn't sound any better than the shit that I recorded at home. And it just goes back to stop underestimating yourself. If you know how you want your shit to sound, you know how you want your shit to look, nobody could stop that. Just stop being, put some confidence in yourself. Like, you could do this shit on your own. Like, that's really the only reason I got this far, because I had to learn how to do shit on my own. I didn't have the money to even be waiting on nobody, nor did I feel like waiting on anybody. I'm like, yo, I need this computer. You know, I probably told my father, yo, I need a computer. Got me a computer, and I learned everything I needed to learn with that computer. And I took that computer and I made millions of dollars with each. You know, I made hundreds of thousands, and then the next computer made more hundreds of thousands. To eventually, we generated millions of dollars with these laptops. And it's all from just not procrastinating, putting out the content, just not thinking about what we don't have, and just focusing on what we do have. What we do have is talent, skills, ambition, the drive to want to get paid. You know what I'm saying? Like, a good example is like, if Drake or whoever, Taylor Swift, if she just comes out with a new video and it's shot on an iPhone or shot on some bullshit camera, they still gonna eat it up. It's still gonna do millions of views. Why? Because nobody gives a fuck about the camera. They care about Drake. They care about Taylor Swift. They care about the artist. It's like how they say it's not about the car you driving, it's the person driving the car. It's not about if you driving a Bentley. Who's hopping out of the Bentley? Is it a lame or is it a stand-up dude? You know, is it somebody who you respect, or is it somebody who you look at like, oh, fuck that person? You know what I mean? It's like, it's not about the equipment. It's about you, the artist. And remember that. Don't procrastinate and don't get so caught up in what you don't have. Just focus on what you do have and just get shit done. Stop bullshitting. Stop waiting around for the next person to get shit done. If you got a team, that's cool. Work with your team. And if such and such job is to do that, you know, push them to get it done. Don't step on their toes, but don't procrastinate. And if you gotta wait too long for that person in your team, you get the shit done. But don't complain. If they, you know, like, just push each other to get shit done and stop bullshitting. Stop procrastinating. You'll never get nothing done. You'll never put nothing out. It's all gonna be talks. I feel sorry for you, man. This is the time to get this shit done now. This is the time. Get this shit popping. That was my motivational talk for today. Check out my book, How to Make It in the Music Business, using social media marketing to build a large following, giving some real good advice. I'm starting to have fun with these videos. This is starting to get fun making these videos. Feels good because I'm telling the truth. I'm not talking about other people. It feels good. It feels like I'm sharing good information. And I like looking and seeing, wow, every day it's a new one. It's another one. I'm building something. And that's what it's all about, building. Just building something, building a catalog, building information, building art. And fuck everything else. Like, everything other than that is just procrastination. So yeah, perfection can lead to procrastination, but don't allow procrastination to get in the way of your perfection. That's another thing to think about. All right, peace.